Hello friends and creators, and I hope you had a chance to watch my mobile sanctuary video. After I showed my family that video, one of the big questions came up: what about your art supplies? Where's all your art supplies? You didn't show us where your art supplies are going. So I just thought I would take a brief moment to show you what I packed for my road trip as far as art supplies went. Nope, not that button. Oh, it's been too long. That button. There we go. Yeah, basically these three, okay, maybe four things went with me. Since I was going out looking at real estate, I brought the new Lochby folio with me. It had my brochure about Abingdon. It had what people are calling a little satellite notebook in here, a place for the listings that I was going to see. And I have taken this Moleskine and put it in here and divided it. The front is like out with the old. I think I titled this, look, Out with the Old. So this is, the front half is all about keeping tabs on the moving out process, everything I need to do, like getting the dumpsters and the pods and all the chaos involved with selling the home. And then the second half was all about Abingdon and the homes I was looking at, check off lists, even like a little layout plan of the one condo I was looking at with the measurements of things like my studio table, making sure things could fit. So the Lochby was like my grown-up supply that I took with me. And of course, you know, this being a little bit more adult because I was hanging out with the realtors, I did have to make sure I had my otter pen attached to it. The one thing I'll say about the Lochby, I really love it, but the fabric cover, especially because I have a cat, it loves to pick up lint. And I find myself continually using one of those lint rollers on it. But otherwise, I really like this size. It came in handy. I looked very professional. I love the little handle on the end. All right, but playtime. I went with Menmin made. I saw this one on Instagram and I wasn't gonna buy it at first because just how many bags do I need for my art supplies? But this one seemed to make sense. I especially love the little section in the front for your pins, since I love to collect pins, so. Happiness is an inside job, guys. If you caught my video about why I have to move, you heard me talk about the fact that I had all the best intentions of, at the end of each day I was out on my journey and adventure, I would take time to do a little bit of memory keeping as I was documenting my adventure. It never happened. But even though I packed this bag in order to facilitate that, it also became a great place to capture everything for the ride home. It is definitely made to be chunky. This bag in the back peels out, and this is where I had my watercolors, my scissors, my rulers, my tweezers, my glue stick is all in there. Oh, and I'm gonna have to do another video because I got a new fountain pen and it's hiding in here, but I think I'll do a separate video for that. All right. And the intention was to use this travel journal. So in the back here, it's got this wonderful elastic to hold your journals, and it fit not only the traveler's journal that I was intending to use, but my sticker a day gratitude journal I threw in the back there. So I was able to squeeze them in. And the big thing about it, like I said in my other video, I love this size travel journal because when you get brochures, do I have a brochure here? Of course not, because I just organized everything. Hold on. When you get a brochure, it's kind of that same size. So that's why I enjoy using a tall travel journal. But my first day out, you know, I got to my campground and it's a full-size map of the campground and attractions in the surrounding area. So now we're looking at least really almost like the Lochby size to do vacation scouting journaling. Yeah, so half the problem was once I realized I wasn't going to use this, but I didn't know what I was going to use, it didn't help. But at the end of the night, I was so tired and frazzled. Yeah, journaling just didn't happen. But like I was saying, it also became a place to capture things. So, you know, I got the California rolls sushi thing. I thought, okay, the pages back here are for stickers, so you can remove the stickers. So even before I went out, I placed in road trip specific stickers rather than taking the whole pad of stickers. Right, so we collect these different pads. This one is road trip themed, but I knew I didn't need them all, so I picked out what I wanted and I stuck it in here, making it easier for me to journal. Still didn't happen. And the ones that I didn't stick here, it's got these clear sheets on a binder system, all of the travel stickers. Yeah, I was all prepared. But it also became a place as I collected stickers. So I went to the bookseller, the Appalachian. These are just stickers I got from the campground and from the bookstore. Yeah, so it was nice to be able to have a place to store things. It has a zipper bag back here for markers, which I used when I did a watercolor sketch. I'll talk about that more. But a lot of these brochures, as I was collecting them, wound up in these little ephemera catching, what do you want to call that? Folio binder, just a good place to capture ephemera. All right, so this other bag I always keep packed for trips. It's really just my Selphy printer. It's a little printer that you can connect to with your cell phone, and it's a dye sub printer. So instead of ink, it's using the film, the dye sub film. Please don't ask me to talk technical. It's the fun stuff that makes the pictures. And it prints it in a way so that after it prints out, you can get water on it. It doesn't ruin the photo. But all the supplies for this Selphy printer is in here, along with the paper and the paper tray in the back here. It's a cute little paper tray. So the premise behind this, if I were to follow suit, if I was able to be proactive and optimistic and following through in what I wanted to do, at the end of the day, the pictures I had taken, I could send them to the Selphy printer, I could print them out, and I could start putting the pictures right in the memory keeper and not have to wait till I came home. Yeah, again, it didn't happen, but I had it with me. just in case. There have been vacations where I use it. Just not this one. And then I had this teeny tiny little case that I brought with me. It's a little watercolor case with a watercolor pen, and I've got a little bottle, spray bottle in there. It comes when you buy it with a little watercolor journal. I have not opened that yet. And a swatch chart, because it comes with a clip to hold the pages open of the book. And I chose this silver one. It almost looks like a compact. But look at the cute little itty bitty watercolors. Isn't that adorable? And because it's magnetic, basically you would clip this onto whatever you're working on. And, oh, is it going to make a liar out of me? No, there it is. It attaches to that. So you can clip it right to the book, and it's one less hand that has to hold it while you're working. I didn't do it that way, but that's how it's made. And the other thing it comes with is one of these collapsible water cups. So yes, I was a little redundant on the watercolor because I also had the watercolor in here. I also had these watercolors with me. I probably could have left this home if I had realized I was going to take this, because it had a lot more colors available. So while I was on the road, I had a beautiful experience with the owners from the Riverside campground. Shout out to Lori and Ronnie. Lori did me a kindness while I was there, and so I wanted to return. I wanted to thank her some way. I had to thank her in some way for the kindness that she showed me. For her, it was just Southern hospitality, but for me, I felt seen and appreciated, and it made me choke up. So what I did was decide to do an illustration and watercolor wash of the view that I could see from my campground. I'm hesitating here because it's another thing that I have footage of that I would love to share, and I'm debating about whether I should make it a separate video or not, which I think I will. Yeah. But I guess in tying it into this conversation, since I wanted to tear something out to give to her, and I didn't want to open up the book that came with this little watercolor, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, I don't have a sketch pad. Like, I was really sitting at the campground and said, all the sketch pads I have at home, it's the one thing I didn't bring with me. Yeah. I did have an everyday carry journal with me. That's still out in the van, but it was more of a notebook. It might have had a smaller A6 size pad in it, but for the thank you gift that I wanted to do for Lori, I wanted something bigger. So I wound up using the Moleskine and finding the center of a signature so I could just pop out that center signature to create a watercolor wash for her. So yeah, I might give you a sneak peek right here. Of the video, but I'll do a separate video for that. Boy, I've been really eloquent in this segment, haven't I? All right, let's review. I went with the Lochby for the grown-up stuff. I packed my travel journal only not to use it. I enjoyed having this ultimate journal bag from Menmin. I felt like I had anything I needed to do my mixed media memory keeping journaling, even though I didn't. The little watercolor packet and the Selphy printer. Yes, that is all. Come back for more eloquent Laughs a Lot Studios productions. All right, guys. Laugh at life, laugh a lot. See you in the next one.